Okay, welcome back to the Independent Podcast. This one I'm really excited about.
I am really excited about this one too. I'm off camera today, but there's a reason why.
So for those who are joining new, this in a nutshell is a podcast made by independent artists for independent artists. Today's guest is not only just a guest, but he's a future co-host.
You just took that from my intro.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and scoop in the
All right,
intro
guys,
there.
I'm going to do an introduction for our special guest today. When it comes to being an independent artist, this guy has become quite an icon. He managed to gain 40 million streams on Spotify last year, is currently sitting at over 1.3 million monthly listeners, and the majority of his songs were recorded in the back of his minivan. He accomplished all of this while being a husband, a father, a business owner, co-running a massive podcast, and he's living proof of if you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. He's also one of the funniest, most kind-hearted people we've had the pleasure of getting to know. Please welcome not only our guest today, but our new co-host of Independent, Nic D.
Let's go. Thanks for that.
Welcome, Nic.
Well written and well said. Very
I know
truth,
I've been introducing
truthful.
so many other people, and now it's like...
That's what I mean. Well, this one's going to drop first, but I've heard you say that like 12 times now.
So Nic has got to get to the airport soon, so we're going to make this not too long. But I want to jump right into it. I'm not going to make this about, tell us about your history when you started music. Like I want to jump right into just hearing about like your core mindset about what it means to be an independent artist. Because you are absolutely killing it. You're someone I look up to. You're doing what I want to do and what so many people want to do. And I think you're like the perfect representative for what this brand is. Would you add anything onto that?
You covered it all really well.
Look at me go. I'm learning into the. I'm becoming the new intro guy.
So to sum it up, what does being independent mean to you, and why was being part of this brand important to you, and what do you want to teach others?
Independent to me is a little different than why I, want to come teach others. But independent to me is mainly truly flexible life and do what I want when I want. Right? Simple as that. Why I want to be a part of this podcast and why I want to be a part of this business is I have a lot that I've learned and I want to share it. And there are avenues out there available for people to study and learn from. But I think with this, we're going to fill a void where we are artists who are doing it right now. We're in the middle of it, I'm posting every day. I'm creating content every day. I'm writing songs, and we're successful right now. And I think that all of the other options for people are people who have done it, who have never done it, people who are recycling information, and those are great resources still. But I feel like there's a gap that we're gonna come in and fill because we are in the middle of it and we're doing it every day.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like you talk about how to promote yourself on TikTok, and then you go outside and film one yourself and post it.
Yeah, I mean, we filmed some this morning. And what's cool is you've posted two the last 2 days. They've both done really well. Yeah. And you're staying at our house, which is awesome because you wake up in the morning, you're like, hey, what's your Spotify for artists? And then you show me yours, and we see a direct impact of the video you posted yesterday for whether it's serotonin or Icy Pop. And then the next day, the streams are going up. And we get to see these in real time, and we want to share that with people and share, the tactics that have helped us and you grow your music.
Yeah, constantly testing, learning, trying new things, adapting it. And it'll be cool to update in real time. Right, a lot of people, like I said, are recycling information or things that have worked, not necessarily like right now, today, what is working.
It's changing so much. And like some of the things that you've experimented with recently, whether it's pre-save campaigns versus waiting until the song is out, whether it's a song every 2 weeks versus every 1 week, because you were doing 2 weeks and now you want to do every week.
And so many things.
And you get to do that in real time. And then in a podcast 2 months from now, we'll talk about how did that weekly go and why, why are you still doing it or not still doing it.
Yeah, I love it. There's nothing out there like it. Brand spanking new. And I think artists are going to you want to listen to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say really quick, I think you already said it's just the freedom to do what you want when you want. But is there anything else that would rank like top 3? What's the best part of being an independent artist?
What I want when I want flexible life. I mean, obviously full control, right? Just
that's what it is for me.
Yeah, full control. Owning what is yours. That's another huge thing.
And the hardest part, what if someone wants to be an independent artist and you'd give them one big warning? Like what would be that warning?
I already know what you're going to say. They don't want it bad enough.
Make sure they want it bad enough. Yeah. Make sure that they want it bad enough, because everyone thinks, and I sum it up really in this question: do you think you have what it takes to be a successful independent artist? That's pretty easy to answer for most people, right? If they really like their music, they're making things that they think is good. They think, yeah, I have what it takes, right? But it's much more than that. It's much deeper than that. And if I asked you, do you think you have what it takes to own, operate, and run a successful, small, profitable business? That's a totally different question, or a totally different answer, but it's the same question, right? It makes you think about it a little differently, because you need to do those things. You need to be a business. You need to start thinking like a business, operating like a business, approaching your music like a business, not as an artist, right? And that's the difference between independent artist and signed artists.
So
right?
when you say treat your music like a business, what's the difference between someone who treats their music simply as I'm an artist and someone who treats it as a business?
Yeah, you treat it like an artist. You just want to make the best thing possible, the best piece of art that you can. You put a lot of time and emphasis into every detail, and some independent artists do that well, but you get to that point and maybe you don't care to create content. You don't care to push your music. You think I don't want to stoop to that level of posting a TikTok, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's maybe your place is with a label, But for us, independent, it's just, you just have to be built for it. You really got to be built for you. Every email, every question, every comment, every whatever, you got to be able to eat that and digest it and do it on your own, and it's a lot of work, and I think people don't realize how much work it is, especially when you gain some traction.
Do you think that's the biggest misconception people have about independent artists, is they think it's easier than it is?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What would you tell to someone that's not promoting themselves on TikTok today in 2022?
Just give up.
I've seen some comments asking you questions like, I want to be an artist, but I don't want to be a sellout and promote myself on TikTok.
And it's not that. They think their version of TikTok is maybe creating content that's not authentic to them. So that's why they might say that, right? But if they get on TikTok and post content authentic to them, how are they selling out?
Right.
Like, they're just being themselves. I don't feel like I sold out because I'm posting content on TikTok. I feel like that is the best way for me to get new listeners, new eyes, new audience. And I'm just being who I am. Mm-hmm. So I think when people see that, they connect to it deeper than that. I'm not going out of my way. I'm not looking for trends that are already happening. Because once you see a trend that's already happening, you try to jump in and you've already missed it.
What about an artist? Oh, I'm sorry, Connor, do you have a question? I was supposed to say, what about an artist that's just starting out and they say, I want to record music, but I'm broke. I'm a teenager. I don't have money to record. What would you tell them? How to record, how to market themselves for a budget?
I'll say this. Most people are not broke as they pretend they are, right? There are definitely broke people. What I mean is, you tell me you're broke, you got new shoes on? You tell me you're broke. Did you eat a Chick-fil-A yesterday or did you eat some ramen? I'm broke. You got that new PS5 though. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think they're broke. They don't want it bad enough. They don't want to sell their PS5. They don't want to sell those shoes. They don't want to stop eating out. They don't want to stop going to parties. They don't want to, because they don't want it bad enough. It's really simple as that. Now, there are people that are broke. That would be different advice. That would be, you got to find a barter system. What are you good at? Are you good at designing covers? Trade that for an engineer or a producer. Are you good at, blah, you can barter with people if you're super broke, You want to record? Go find a janitor job at a studio, or go intern at a studio. Go do something for free provide value, and then you can ask for something in return maybe.
And it's never been easier to barter with social media.
Is it, anyone who said, you either find an excuse or you find a way. Anybody says, I'm too broke, I can't, then you'll never do it. That's a mindset
And
thing.
you recorded your hits out of your minivan. So you're just proof that you don't need a huge studio to make a hit.
You don't.
You accidentally made a hit.
One thing I see artists say to me all the time is that they're afraid to start putting music out because of the judgment, that like the haters and the hate comments, and they're just afraid of the judgment. What advice would you give to people who might have the funds to do it and all that, but they just don't have the mental game yet to put themselves out there?
You do kind of got to be built for that, or maybe in your situation, right? I'm not saying that you can't handle that, but you have Bree who does a lot of your posting and maybe some of your responding sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah? I mean, you see it. I'm not saying that you can't handle it. I'm saying there are other options, right? You can you can film your video, give it to your mom, give it to your girl, give it to your best friend. They post it for you. They don't even tell you what the comments say. They just let you know when a song pops.
Which is funny because I'm really good at handling the comments and she's not.
It's like the
so I don't even know why I would do that.
I've said so many times, I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Like they don't, I got it. Yeah, no, it's like I think the overall mindset that you're sharing right now, which is so important, is anytime there's a problem, and I've noticed this with hanging out with you just for a few days now, is you're like, okay, what's the solution? It's like we can talk about the problem all day, but what is that going to do? There's always something that can be done.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if there's nothing that can be done, why are you upset? There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. Not one thing. If that junk was, we had a thing we filmed and it got deleted, okay. Let's see if we can find it. YouTube it. Yeah. And if we can't, what am I supposed to do? Be upset about what? The fact that I can't do anything about it?
Yeah, it's just a waste of energy at that point.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have one more question because we got to get Nick to the airport so he doesn't miss his flight. You're an independent artist. You have a song done. It's your first song. How would you suggest someone markets it today?
Release it first. If it's your first song, just drop it same day. Doesn't matter. Get it out.
And what's the best way for them to drop it on a budget?
I'm going DistroKid.
So that's what I'm
a fan of DistroKid. It's really easy. $30 a year on the bass thing. But yeah, release it. Don't do nothing. Sign up for DistroKid, $30. You can find $30. Don't tell me you don't got $30.
$30 for the whole year, unlimited releases.
Unlimited releases, and you're just worried about this one. Release it first. Don't try to get no playlist. Don't try to get no nothing. Release it and post content on TikTok every single day.
Get in your car, play the song out loud, and film yourself singing over it and post it.
Literally doesn't matter. Post it. Do that. Create content. Study what content's on there. Scroll through your feed. See what's working. See what's not. Post it.
One thing I like that you do too is you're always engaging with people who are engaging with you. You're always showing love back to people who are engaging with your content, which is also important.
All right, well, you guys, this has been great. We're so excited to have Nick join the team. He's going to be adding a lot of value to the future episodes coming up, and we're so excited. If you haven't listened to his music, he's Nic D on all platforms. I am Nic D on social media. And he hates the pineapple. But yeah, we love you, Nick. We're so happy to have you. And let's get to this flight.
Let's do it. All right, peace.
Telling me that you spent time with another guy to see the grass on the other side was greener here, and you reappear in my life thinking I love to try. Wait,